Two gas stations sit across the same road. One sign says $3.19. The other says $3.22. For a driver buying 10 gallons, the difference is 30 cents. But those 3 tiny cents can decide which driveway gets the car, which pump gets the card, and which store gets the customer. That is why the largest number at a gas station is displayed high above the street. Fuel is one of the few products whose price can be compared at 40 miles an hour. But the number is also a distraction. Because at the modern American gas station, fuel generates most of the sales dollars, but not most of the gross profit. The real competition begins after the engine stops. Watch what happens next. The driver taps a card, takes 8 or 9 gallons, and waits beside the car. The pump clicks off. At that point, the station has moved a valuable product through an expensive underground system while competing with every bright price sign nearby. Then the driver walks inside. A cold drink, a bag of chips, maybe coffee, a sandwich, or a slice of pizza. None of those items required a tanker truck, an underground storage tank, environmental monitoring, or a giant price sign visible from the next intersection. And unlike gasoline, the customer probably did not compare the price of that coffee with the store across the street. This split, the price war outside and the convenience inside, did not happen by accident. It began with a box behind a counter in Colorado. In 1964, convenience store operator John Roscoe ran a small chain called Big Top near Denver. At the time, buying gasoline was a service. An attendant came to the car, filled the tank, collected the payment, and might clean the windshield or check the oil. Then, an inventor named Herb Timms brought Roscoe a remote control system. It allowed one person inside the store to switch gasoline pumps on and off outside. Roscoe was skeptical. His banker persuaded him to try it. On June 10, 1964, the system went live at a Big Top store in Westminster, Colorado. The first day was not a revolution. Roughly a dozen customers bought just 124 gallons. But within weeks, Roscoe's stores were selling thousands of gallons. The machine removed an entire job from the fueling process. Customers did the pumping. The store could charge less. And the employee stayed exactly where Roscoe needed him, inside, surrounded by things to sell. The modern gas station had discovered its basic shape. The change was slow at first. Fire codes prohibited self-service in much of the country, and major oil companies were not convinced customers wanted to pump their own fuel. Then came the oil shocks of the 1970s. Prices rose, lines stretched, drivers became intensely sensitive to every cent. California required stations to post their prices where waiting customers could see them. Gasoline began to look less like a trusted branded service and more like a product that could be compared from the road. Self-service meant lower labor costs. Convenience stores already had a cashier and a building. Adding pumps gave them the one thing every retailer wants: traffic. In 1973, only about 13% of convenience stores sold gasoline. 10 years later, the share had climbed to 52%. By the middle of the 1980s, convenience stores had become America's dominant gasoline sellers. We still call them gas stations. But the convenience store had swallowed the gas station. Now, look at the economics of an average modern store. In 2025, US convenience stores produced more than $817 billion in total sales. Fuel represented 65% of those sales dollars, but it produced only about 39% of gross profit dollars. That does not mean gasoline is unprofitable. It means the enormous number on the pump is divided many ways before the retailer keeps anything. The price includes crude oil, refining, distribution, marketing, and taxes. The station's gross markup averaged 39.7 cents per gallon in 2025, before the expenses of selling it. Those fuel expenses can consume 20 to 25 cents per gallon. Card fees alone have recently cost retailers roughly 8 cents per gallon. The average fuel transaction was 8.4 gallons. At the industry average markup, that creates about $3.33 of gross margin before those expenses. And the station has little freedom to raise the number. Drivers can see the competitor's price before turning in. Outside, the business is visible, volatile, and brutally easy to compare. Inside, it is a different world. The shelves are not arranged like an afterthought. The cold drink cases glow along the walls. Coffee sits near the morning traffic. Candy and small impulse purchases crowd the counter. Hot food fills the air with a smell the pumps cannot compete with. The modern convenience store is quietly becoming a restaurant. In preliminary 2025 industry data, food service represented about 28% of in-store sales, but more than 38% of in-store gross profit dollars. At Casey's, one of America's largest convenience store chains, prepared food and dispensed drinks generated a gross profit rate above 58% in its 2025 fiscal year. That is why a store known for gasoline can invest so heavily in pizza ovens, coffee programs, breakfast sandwiches, and mobile ordering. The fuel brings a repeated stream of customers to the property. Food gives them a reason to cross the doorway. According to a 2026 NACS survey, 62% of fuel customers go inside for a purchase, payment, restroom, or ATM. Every one of those visits is a second chance to earn. There is one more illusion hiding in plain sight. The enormous logo above the canopy can make every location look like part of an oil empire. Often, it is not. Roughly 55% of US stores that sell fuel are single-store operations. Many independent owners use a major fuel brand because customers recognize it, while the store itself remains a separate local business. The oil logo tells you what may be flowing through the pump. It does not always tell you who chose the coffee, priced the sandwich, hired the cashier, or pays the rent. That operator lives between two pressures. The street demands the cheapest possible fuel. The store must persuade the same customer to value speed, location, cleanliness, and convenience. The sign gets the car. The experience gets the purchase. This also explains why the industry keeps moving toward larger stores, better food, and stronger private brands. Fuel demand can change. Cars become more efficient. Electric vehicles move energy away from the traditional pump. Wholesale prices can rise before a retailer has time to change the street sign. But people still travel. They still need bathrooms, drinks, meals, and a fast place to stop. The strongest operators are not trying to build a nicer waiting room for gasoline. They are building a destination that happens to sell energy outside. And that brings us back to the driver who crossed the road to save 30 cents. The fuel price won the visit. The drink, snack, or slice of pizza may determine whether the visit was worth winning. That is the hidden business behind the gas station. The pump is the billboard. The price sign is the invitation. And the product with the biggest number is not always the product that matters most. We call it a gas station because gasoline stops the car. The business is everything that happens after.